What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Ben Wright Reactions. Today we're going to be checking out another video by Randy Feltface. The last video was hysterical. I love his storytelling style and just being a strange purple Muppet. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe. And with that, we're just going to jump into some more Randy Feltface. This one's entitled The Bus Stop. Here we go. There he is.
So I'm at the bus stop. And I am alone
Funny
at
little
the
guy.
bus stop, but I know people will come. And I know in my heart that they will be odd people. Because every bus stop in
Fair
the
enough.
world is the opening scene in an independent short film. It's just the
Interesting
way the
perspective.
universe works. Every time I am at a bus stop, there are weird characters there with me, and I can see the camera angles. I can see the script. I can see the disappointed parents who thought filmmaking was just a phase. Until one day their child
Still
asks
trying.
if they can borrow the 2000 model 93S convertible Saab.
What'd you do, Randy?
So
What'd you do to that sob?
I'm sitting at the bus stop,
Okay.
waiting for principal photography to commence on this independent short film. And over to my right, I hear somebody scream, "Walking man!"
Okay. Man
I look
walking?
over, and standing in the middle of the intersection is a white man, looks to be in his early 30s, top half, crisp white button-up shirt, blue tie, bottom half, jogging shorts, Crocs, with the Japanese tiger tattooed on each calf muscle. And I was like, ha 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 ha.
Interesting.
Roll camera!
Yeah, that's...
There was a car trying to turn left into
That's a
the
weird
intersection,
character.
and he's walking alongside the car, pointing up at the traffic lights, going, "Walking man! Walking man! Walking man! Walking man!"
So while pointing at the crosswalk sign?
The driver of the
I
car
don't
is
know.
an elderly Asian woman, and at first I think,
Right.
oh, maybe his aggression is racially motivated. But it can't be that, because his calf muscles are so racially diverse.
I mean, fair point.
He
Fair
bangs
point.
on the bonnet. She manages to drive around him and take off down the street. And he chases after the car, screaming expletives, and then comes and sits next to me on the bench.
Awesome. This ought to be a great conversation.
He smells of microbreweries and cryptocurrency. He takes out an enormous vape pen and
Okay.
starts vaping. If you used to smoke cigarettes and now you vape, you're a real piece of shit.
No, Randy.
Having a flashback to a joke I wrote in 2018. That keeps happening. Isn't that weird how that keeps happening?
I resemble that remark.
As Screaming Man exhales a huge plume of raspberry and sauerkraut flavored vapor,
Sauerkraut.
I reach into my pocket and I take out the 9-volt battery I got at the supermarket. I make a bit of a display of opening the package, take out the battery, hold it up to the light, give it a little sniff, and then start furiously licking the end of it.
What?
I wait till I can feel Screaming Man looking at me, and then I turn to him and I say, "Oh, I used to vape, but this
Oh,
is
God.
much healthier."
Come on. I mean, it might be. It might be.
Screaming Man looks confused.
Yeah,
Accomplished.
I'm confused.
I've actually been doing this little battery trick for a while now. And look, initially, it probably started out as like a passive-aggressive political statement about the dangers of vaping. But now I'm addicted to licking 9-volt batteries. Can't stop, won't stop.
Weird little purple guy.
After a few more licks,
Oh, God. So weird. Oh, man.
I pop the battery in my pocket
Okay.
and I reach for the bag of mandarins. They're in one of those
Mandarins?
orange netting bags that they come in from the supermarket, and as I rip it
Yeah.
open, I think of the ocean.
Why?
Dead fish. Cause and effect.
The netting?
James Cameron.
I don't understand.
Mandarins are the perfect palate cleanser for a 9-volt battery, by the way. Their
Okay, fair
acidities
enough.
just cancel each other out somehow. So anytime I'm licking bats, always got a couple of Mandos on standby, you know what I'm saying?
Bats and Mandos.
I take out 2 mandarins and I offer one to Screaming Man. Mandarin?
Yeah, you gotta do it weird.
Yes, please, he says, and he takes one. And at that moment, a young woman arrives and sits down on the bench between Screaming Man and me. And
Brave.
someone, somewhere, wins an Academy Award for Best Casting in an independent short film. She is perfect. 31, could play 28, lemon cardigan, cute bob, bangs, pink Converse, houseplant tattoo, hoop skirt, starburst earrings, emotional support guinea pig.
Wait, what?
She's the kind of woman who has a guinea pig on a leash at the bus stop. Fuck yes!
Awesome.
She got that Twitch streaming, cosplaying, cupcake bacon, pronoun flipping, D&D on ketamine, geek chic bubble tea thing going on.
Crazy bus stop.
I mentally run through my schedule for the next couple of months, decide I have nothing important happening, and instantly fall in love with this woman. Damn
Hey.
you, Christmas horny!
Sometimes it just happens like that. Oh, Randy.
Mandarin? Oh, yes, please, she says, and she
Okay.
takes one. And there we sit. 3 characters in an independent short film,
All eating mandarins.
silently enjoying our mandarins. With a fucking guinea pig. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name. The fact that
Jovi?
Screaming Man's ringtone is Bon Jovi
Oh, okay. That's just weird.
totally tracks with his character. The fact that he
Okay.
stands up and walks away to a respectful distance to answer the call does not track with his character at all. Because if this was an independent short film, he would answer the phone on the bench next to us, and his one-sided telephone conversation would do a lot of heavy lifting when it came to revealing later moments of the plot.
Okay.
He'd be all like, "No, I am not coming into work today, for I have a funeral to attend." And even if I get somehow swept up in the story of 2 unlikely strangers and a guinea pig, you better damn
And a
well
guinea
believe
pig.
I will be attending that funeral right on sunset. But he doesn't. He gets up and fucks off. And I'm starting to feel very disappointed until I notice the young woman is looking at me.
Oh, you go, Randy.
I'm Phoebe. Of course you are. Just as the word sizzle is onomatopoeic for the sound a sausage makes while frying in a fry pan, Phoebe is onomatopoeic for the sound a rabbit makes when it sees a butterfly.
Okay.
Phoebe is the sound of a baby duck sneezing. Phoebe is the sound of a tadpole with the hiccups. Phoebe is the sound of a fox's tail brushing past a Nintendo Switch.
Not sure where he's going with
Phoebe is the
this.
sound of the wind whistling through a crocheted bikini top, drying on a Balinesian sunbed. Phoebe is the sound of an acai berry smoothie through a paper straw. Phoebe is the sound of the doorbell ringing at the house where you've nervously arranged the first threesome in your 6-year monogamous relationship. Phoebe, Phoebe.
It's oddly specific.
Phoebe, Phoebe.
Okay.
Hello, Phoebe. My name's Randy. Hello, Randy. This, she says, holding up the guinea pig, is Simone de Beauvoir.
Okay.
And I don't know whether to come or kill myself. At that moment, the bus arrives. Screaming Man ends his telephone call and gets on first, followed by Phoebe and Simone de Beauvoir. And then I board the
Simone
bus
de
and I
Beauvoir.
hand the tin of shortbread biscuits to the bus driver and I take my seat. My parents were both school bus drivers, you see, and at the end of every school year, the children would often gift them tins of shortbread biscuits. So
That's
now,
nice.
anytime I catch a bus, I hand a tin of shortbread biscuits to the bus driver and I say, "Thank you for your service," to distract from the fact that I have not purchased a ticket.
Aha!
Now, it's quite a full bus, but everybody has a seat. I'm sitting across the aisle from Screaming Man, and I'm 4 rows back from Phoebe. And I'm staring at the back of her head,
That's just weird.
wondering if our children will have ADHD. And I start to think about how to turn this entire experience into a comedy routine. See, as a comedian, I got to be looking for the
So
funny
far,
in
so
every
good.
situation all the time. I have to constantly mine my real life for comedic material, no matter how dark shit gets. Got to be fresh, got to be original. I can't come up here and do 58 minutes of fart jokes, as much as I would love to. It's got to be
Probably
fresh
could.
and new and exciting stuff. The pressure is enormous. That's why I always carry a dick pic in my top pocket. Just to remind me that you're only ever as good as your last dick joke.
Okay.
Not very good! Ha!
That's fair. Weird, but fair.
The bus pulls over and a couple of passengers get off and a couple more get on. And I place the bag of mandarins onto my lap and I slide across in my seat to allow an elderly man to sit next to me. And as the bus pulls back out into traffic, I experience the most intense, instant, horrific pain in my right testicle. I have
Whoa.
never felt anything like it. It is as if someone has taken a hot needle and they are pushing or lunging it suddenly or violently right into my ball sack.
Whoa, what's happening here?
The wasps found the mandarins!
Oh,
I start screaming, "Wah! Wah!" I throw the mandarins on the ground. I'm like, "Get them off me! Get them off me!" I stand up on my seat and I shove my hand down the front of my pants and a wasp stings me on the palm and I'm like, "Wah!" And nobody is helping. Screaming Man
Probably
looks at
not.
me
They're
and
like,
tells
"What
me
the
to
hell?"
sit down and shut up. The old man next to me looks at me, gets up, moves to another seat.
that's what I'd
The
do.
bus driver's useless. He's eating fucking shortbread biscuits.
That's your fault.
And worst of all, Phoebe, love of my life, is looking back at me in horror,
Yeah.
shielding Simone de Beauvoir's eyes from the spectacle. And as I stand there, with everybody judging me or ignoring me, but nobody asking me how they can help, as I scream in agony, repeatedly punching myself in the genitals.
Oh. Poor Randy. Just trying to eat some mandarins on the bus.
It occurs to me that this is the perfect analogy for American politics. Which is why tonight,
That's fair.
I am announcing that I am officially running for President of the United States of America in 2024.
Hell yeah, Randy. That was another strange story from Randy Feltface about the bus stop and the unusual characters and the feasting. Just like all of his other stories, they just keep getting crazier and crazier and crazier as they go. Please go check out Randy Feltface's YouTube page. Find full shows, clips. I'm definitely going to go check more out. These are hysterical. And yeah, I highly recommend it to anybody. If you guys out there, if anything else you want me to check out, please feel free to put any suggestions down in the comments. Like and subscribe. That helps me out. And once again, until next time, thanks for tuning in.